Quiero ser presidente porque
I would like to be president
mis
because
abuelos y mis viejos llegaron acá escapando de una guerra.
my grandparents came here escaping from a war.
Me enseñaron a amarlo.
So they taught me to love this country.
Quiero ser presidente
I want to be a president for those women, those grandparents who often feel that this government is abandoning them. So they feel as they are part of this country. I believe that Argentina needs to bury all those prejudices, all politics. We need consensus in order to develop. I want to be president because all the richness of our country, of the Patagonia, are used properly in order for us to advance. I also understand that some of you are not voting for me because you trust what I'm saying. You're doing just because you don't want to choose a path that would damage our country. I want to be president for workers to recover their income. So I want to be president for our kids to be able to go to college. I want to be president because I want women to come back from work and be able to go to supermarket return at night without fearing for their lives. I want to be president to overcome this crisis we're living and to grow as a country. So we'll now hear the final statement of Javier Milei. We will hear now why he wants to be president. Argentinians, we're now facing the most important elections of our country in the last 40 years of this new democracy. This is the moment to ask ourselves if you want to leave this decaying government, that we have more poor people, more indigenous, more inflation, a country which is condemned to misery. So I would like you to ask yourself, when you are going to vote, if you prefer this unemployment crisis, or if you prefer economical growth. Do you want corruption, or in these useless laws that do nothing but put the country in a deep crisis? What I do ask you is that when you're going to vote, do not fear, because fear is something that will change and will compromise your judgment. Do not be afraid of freedom. You need to vote for development. And you're going to see some changes, especially regarding the problems we have with poverty right now. You'll see there will be a better Argentina. And this Argentina will be better if it's a liberal one. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to participate in this debate today. We'll see each other the next time.
So that was the last presidential debate in Argentina ahead of the runoff that will take place next Sunday. And we are still joined by Pablo Malizia, social communicator and journalist. How did you see the candidates, Pablo, in this last presentations? They were answering to the question of why should they be elected to be president? And these were the final statements ahead of the runoff next Sunday. So this was the last time they officially had to address the nation.
And once again, Milei was not able to give a direct answer to the question. I think that as a final review of the whole thing is, we could say that we saw one candidate who is trying to, as he said once and again during the debate itself, he said he's trying to form a national unity government with all the sectors from the right to the left, but the sectors that are going to protect the national integrity, to say so. And as Milei had a very, very poor debate, and I think that what he has proven here is that when he is without the chainsaw and without the screaming, the shouting, he is nothing. He is empty, and he has no answers, or he doesn't want to give them because he cannot confess what his real plans are. But in any case, I think that Massa is clearly the one that got ahead in this second debate.
Okay, so that is a wrap for this debate. Thank you, Pablo Malizia, for joining us on this new edition of Latin American Vote. We will see what happens next Sunday. The polls are still very, very close, and maybe this debate might have been the final decisive vote. So thank you. We thank Pablo Malizia. And like this, we have come to a close in this new edition of Latin American Votes. For teleSUR English, we will meet again in a week for the elections that promise to define the course of Argentina and the region. Until then, continue tuning in teleSUR English through its broadcasting signal and its social network platforms, or through the website telesurenglish.net to keep up to date with the latest events in Argentina and the rest of the Global South. My name is Belén de los Santos, and see you next time.